Welcome to Real Time, Florida Sportsman. This week we're fishing out of Venice. We're taking the Triton deep, looking for grouper. It's time to find the shortest route to the hottest bite. We scan Florida Sportsman's regional forums for the best fishing reports, then travel to make real anglers our local guides.
Give me some of that!
Together we let you in on secret spots and hometown moves.
That's what I'm talking about!
Oh yeah, she's done for now.
This week I teamed up with Eric White, aka Tarpon Tamer 88, headed out of Venice, deep into the Gulf, looking for grouper, snapper, and amberjack. Here he is.
Oh, a nice pig! Oh, right there, big one!
Oh, that is a stud.
Oh my God, 25-minute fight on that top of the plug on a spinning rod. All coming up on Real Time, Florida Sportsman. We jump in the Triton at first light. You know, it's a beautiful morning, a little bit of breeze, but talking with Eric, I can just tell, you know, he wants to make the long run out into the Gulf. So we got a pretty far run.
We do. We're probably gonna start around 30 miles, you know, weather pending.
Wow. I think that's the farthest out we've had the Triton.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, she's capable of well further than that.
Yeah, we got plenty of range. Eric had put the time in the day before and actually had a pen full of bait. Our first order of business was to stop by and throw him into the Triton. Oh, making bait. Once we loaded up baits out of Eric's pen, we made our way out of Venice Inlet. Heading out of Venice Inlet first thing this morning, Eric White, aka Tarpon Tamer 88 in the southwest section of the Florida Sportsman Forum.
Yes, sir.
What do you got planned for us?
I'm gonna go out and get some grouper, some AJs, try to get some big mangrove snapper, you know, some possible cobia, and whatever else is, you know, happening, we're gonna do it, man.
All right, we got a long run, let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Eric's first spot was 28 miles out into the Gulf. Got everything secured, pointed the Triton west, and made the run. All right, 27 miles, first spot, artificial reef.
Sure is. It's a big steel crane barge on the bottom.
And it's funny, we're out here 27 miles in the Gulf. You don't think you'd run into anybody else, another boat. So it's a public spot, obviously pretty well known. We're gonna put some baits out. What are we hoping for?
Cobia and amberjack here.
Look, that's what they're on right there. That's the bottom structure. This first spot was an artificial reef, you know, public numbers. And we weren't even the first boat there. We had a boat sitting next to us that was already bottom fishing, but we weren't really concerned. It was our plan to chum heavy and to bring the fish to us. You're getting them fired up, man.
Heck yeah, man.
That's the key. You bring out a lot of bait, you can fire them up on the surface.
The more bait, the better.
You know, seeing Eric's post on the forum and talking to him, he assured me that these fish would eat a topwater plug. And really, that's why I came out here. I didn't even grab a live bait. I grabbed that Yozuri and fired it out there. Here he is, he's on me.
Oh, look at them all.
You know, it was crazy. You fire that plug out there, start ripping it across the surface, and once you got one of them keying in on it, it was like the whole pack of wolves were coming after it. Oh, I don't think I want that one. I don't think I want that one.
You definitely
Can I pick out a smaller one?
That one right there.
Dude, that's a 60 pounder.
That's a monster. Oh, he wants it so bad.
Here he comes, here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, full grown. That one just put a hole in the water. Oh man, I'll tell you, getting him on that topwater plug. I threw that Yozuri chugger out there. They couldn't resist it, but I tell you, then you gotta fight him on a spinning rod. Oh.
Drop one down on the bottom, see if we can't pull one of these cobias up.
Oh, that'd be so nice. Let me ask you, did
Oh, too late.
You already ate it? You can't make, oh my God. Oh, he deck smacked that thing. It didn't take long.
Not at all.
Oh, we're both getting whooped. I think you got a little advantage there with that conventional.
A little bit.
This wreck is just loaded with these amberjack. I mean, loaded. You have one come up and there's 10 with them. Oh. I tell you what, take a kid out here and put him on this, you'll hook him for life.
Life.
For life. One fish.
All right, George, I'm gonna boat this guy. Give you a hand with yours.
I wish I could help you with yours, brother. My hands are full.
You're good, man.
How big do these things get out here?
The biggest I've caught here is 68 pounds.
Oh my God. And what is that one?
This one, oh geez, I don't know. Probably in the 40s. 40, 45 pounds.
What a fish.
Pretty fish.
And I got one on about the same size on the top water plug.
Top water spinning rod.
You know, 20 minutes into this thing, this is exactly where I was when I started. Just that head bouncing down to the bottom.
Yep,
These things give up or what?
No, not at all. Until they get next to the boat on the surface, they don't give up. You know, like you were saying, the big head shakes and just the...
Reminds me of a jack.
Exactly.
Or just a regular jack crevalle, I should say, because these are amberjacks, same species.
Yeah.
So real similar, almost like a tuna fight.
They
just
are.
down and thumping. Look at this fish. On a spinning rod on the Gozdz plug.
Oh, yeah.
There's a boga there.
Where?
There's a boga under the seat. You want it? It'll be easier?
Yeah.
Guess not. Oh! Oh my God, 25-minute fight on that top water plug on a spinning rod. I do not want to catch another one of these.
Congratulations, man. This is an awesome fish.
Whew. Maybe I'll try to get one on a fly.
Ooh.
Maybe.
I think you're crazy.
These are big fish to be catching on top water plugs, you know. But I decided I want to take it one step further. You don't get many opportunities to catch a fish like this on a fly, especially to watch the take on surface. I want to get the fly rod out. I think I'm doing something a little silly. I'm trying to get one on the fly. Come on, come on. Oh, he got it, he got it. Oh, that's a big one. I tell you, Eric got him fired up with some chum. I dropped a fly in there, this 12 weight. I don't know what I got myself in for.
Which way is he going, George? I'm gonna try and pull him off the wreck for you.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get me right back into it. Push me forward just a little bit.
Alrighty.
There he goes, into the backing. I have no idea what I got myself into. You fly fishermen out there, if you haven't done this.
There might be a reason why they haven't done this.
They probably don't want to. 27, 30 miles off of Sarasota, off of Venice. Out in the bay boat, just crushing them.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Another
That's one of my bigger
monster.
fish on a fly rod.
Come here, buddy.
He inhaled that fly. Inhaled that fly. Let me get a hook. Whew, I mean, he inhaled that fly.
You did. It's in there somewhere.
Oh, dude, I cannot do this again. You gotta take me to the next spot.
Let's go, man.
All right, so we got one on live bait. I got one on the Gozdz. I got one on the fly rod. I don't want to catch another one of these things. We decided to make the move and head over to a grouper spot.
This segment is brought to you by Hen. Let the battle begin.
All right, second spot. Dropping some baits down at the bottom.
Yep. I'm gonna put a flat line out back just in case we get a little pelagic swim by.
What are we hoping for here?
Grouper and snapper.
I'm ready. As long as it's not one of those amberjacks.
Yeah, right?
There he is. Going 2-speed. Oh. Oh, that didn't take long. Just pulled up to this spot and dropped the bait down. This place is insane. It's like Jurassic Park. How big do these have to be? This is a red?
He's going in the box. 20 inches.
20 inches?
20 inches, baby.
Dinner, right there. What, do you got a mullet butterfly there?
Yep, butterfly mullet here.
Just a bigger bait.
Just bigger bait, bigger fish. Red grouper, they love stink bait.
Stink bait. When I'm gonna
Yeah,
throw a
man.
live bait down, he's gonna throw dead bait. So there really, what I noticed on the bottom machine, there's not a lot of relief here. You know, there's not a big bump up. You don't really see it, but we are marking some fish right on the bottom.
Yes, there is. There's a bunch of holes down there in the bottom. And a lot of times those red grouper, they'll get down in those holes.
It takes 2 seconds. I'm literally, your bait's right on the bottom, and it gets eaten. Goodness. I'm using my leg as a leverage point here, because you just want to crank these things off the bottom. Oh, look at that. That is a good one. As soon as that thing hits the bottom. Got one?
Yeah.
All right.
It's another red.
You know, pretty basic setup I got here. 65-pound braid, spider wire on this Penn Torque 2-speed. I got about 8-foot section of Berkeley fluorocarbon leader. This is just 50-pound fluorocarbon. I just knocker rigged it with an 8-ounce lead. Big old 7.0 trocar circle hook, which is required out here in the Gulf when you're bottom fishing. Just dropping that thing down to the bottom. I got my preferred technique. I kick a leg off to the side. And just winch them in. Now, how big do these reds get?
The biggest one I've caught personally is about 26 pounds. That there's probably an 8-pound fish.
That's a healthy fish, though.
10-pound fish.
After catching a handful of those grouper and throwing them in the Yeti, Eric decided he wanted to switch gears a little bit and target these mangrove snapper. Oh, he'll eat good too.
Oh yeah.
So you generally find those in the same type of bottom structure?
Yep.
With the grouper? The reds?
Always with the grouper, whether it be gags or the reds.
That's pretty amazing. You pull up to the spot and immediately you just get bite after bite after bite, then it kind of slows down.
Right. I mean, sometimes you can pull it to a spot and you can pull the entire boat's limit off. Other times it's, you know, 1 here, 2 there, 3 there. You know, you just never know out here.
Another one?
This might be a grouper, small.
Nice. God, that's gonna be good on the grill tonight.
Yes, sir.
See if they eat the gulp. Oh, got one on the gulp. Spinning rod, I dropped it down on the jig head. And he caught me a little grouper. Look at the stuff he's spitting up. How long have you been fishing these waters?
Been fishing these waters my entire life.
Oh wow, you grew up here, huh?
Sure did.
This is the only type of fishing you do, or you fish inshore as well?
No, I do a lot of inshore. That's what I started, is doing, you know, the inshore game, and then I, you know, wanted to change it up and moved out here, and, you know, it's just, I love it out here, man. It's a totally different world, and, you know, it's just something different.
A lot of water, inshore, offshore, a lot of stuff you can do.
There's a whole heck of a lot.
Another one on the gulp. Look at that.
Ooh, nice trigger.
Look at that. You push on this one, it won't go down. Here's the trigger lock.
This segment brought to you by Mercury Marine, celebrating 75 years of marine excellence.
I was pretty surprised to hear you say earlier you get dolphin out here and blackfin. I didn't think you get that pelagic biter.
Oh yeah, man, we get all kind of good stuff out here. We get wahoo, dolphin.
That's amazing.
I mean, they're not as abundant as they are, you know, on the East Coast or down in the Keys, just because we're in a smaller body of water, but, you know, we still get those fish.
Yep.
Big old banana.
That's a big old bony there.
We're gonna go ahead and keep them.
Keep him for bait?
Yeah.
This thing is built for speed, man. Not a really, you know, food quality, but they're a lot of fun to catch.
Check his rudders on his tail.
I know, man. Look at this.
Flipping around.
Look at this. Changing directions on us. You see how this thing turns on a dime? That's the reason right there. You know, I don't even know why I brought it. I don't know what I was thinking, but I had my Goliath grouper rod in the boat, and Eric saw it and it must have got his wheels turning. But the next thing I know, I'm sending half of Bonita down to the bottom. All right, I don't know if I should be doing this.
Yes, you should.
I think I've suffered enough today. Eric said there's some big Goliaths down there. I got a big Goliath bait. This thing kept biting onto this Bonita and missing. I don't have any idea, but the most violent strikes that you could possibly imagine. It just kept happening and happening. And I knew one of these times this hook was gonna get into that fish's mouth and I was gonna be in for it. Yep. Oh, this is a bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. No, you don't. No, you don't. I got something for you. No, you don't. No, you don't. The drag locked as tight as it'll go on this torque. That's a grouper there. That is a grouper there. Wow, to pull that thing off the bottom.
Look at this.
Oh.
Nice fish, Georgie.
Oh. That is a mouth right there. Look at that. All right, going down, buddy.
Ciao, Georgie.
Woo. I am spent between these red grouper, snapper, you know, big old amberjacks on plugs and on fly, and a several 100-pound Goliath grouper. This is combat fishing. Eric decides that I need a little rest. He takes the wheel, points it back towards the east, and decides to head us into a little shallower water. Dude, I'm spent.
This segment brought to you by Ray Marine Marine Electronics. Take the easy route with Ray Marine.
In this episode, we run the Triton nearly 30 miles out into the Gulf. Doing this requires a little extra preparation to do it safely. In addition to the normal Coast Guard requirements of life vests, flares, fire extinguishers, you need to take some extra steps when you're heading that far out into the Gulf. You know, first off, I like to file a float plan with friends and family. Let them know where you're heading out, when you should be back, how far out you're gonna be. In case you don't return in a certain amount of time, at least it gives the Coast Guard a general direction to look for you. Another great thing to have is a ditch bag. Food, you know, water, you know, some extra clothing, handheld electronics. It's a great thing to have on the boat. And even in the Triton, we have a EPIRB mounted inside the console. Great way to be found in case something bad happens to you. Having functioning electronics is also very important. You cannot rely on a cell phone. You know, 6, 8, 10 miles out into the Gulf, we already lost cell phone coverage. Don't rely on a cell phone. A good VHF. Coast Guard can pick you up from many miles away. You know, a good GPS unit, and our unit actually has weather on it. I can see wind speeds, I can see approaching fronts, I can see lightning strikes. This is a great thing to have on board as well. And last but not least, you gotta have a compass. You know, old, reliable, it's gonna get you home. Never go offshore without one. People are running further offshore in smaller boats these days, and it's not a problem as long as you're prepared. Do not underestimate Mother Nature, and you'll be fine. All right, we slid in a little shallower.
We sure did. We're in
66 feet. We came in from 100, 110. Ran in about 12 miles. A little shallower spot. What are we looking for here?
looking for some nice big old gags here and some big old mangrove snapper.
And what kind of bottom are we on here?
We're fishing a ledge right now.
So a lot of different bottom out here. You got artificials, you got like a Swiss cheese kind of hard bottom, and then you got these ledges. So a lot of different structure to fish. So there's a lot of published public numbers, but how do you find most of your spots normally?
Just from being out here all the time.
Just running over bottom and marking it?
Running over bottom, turning around while you're on plane, or you know, just devoting a day to just idling around looking for, you know, ledges or patches of hard bottom, all that kind of good stuff.
He just bit me and let go, went to you. That's my fish, give it back.
Mine.
What do you got?
Gagger.
Nice. We're about how many days late on that?
I think we're a day late on this, 2 days.
Season just closed on those. Thank God we got a cooler full of red grouper, so I don't feel so bad letting him go.
Yep.
How far down do you want this bait? You want it sitting right on the bottom?
Well, with this knocker rig we're using, you want it right on the bottom. If you were using like a regular grouper rig, like a Carolina rig where the weight is above the leader and the hook, you know, you can come up a crank or two, but with the weight right on the hook like we're using, you just want it right on the dirt. Oh, there he is, Georgie!
Oh, he's got me in the bottom.
Don't let him get you to the bottom. There's your gag right there, dude.
Oh, you're not gonna get me down.
Ow! Rod belt. Rod. Oh. I go 2-speed. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. 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 Ooh,
Look at
Oh
this mang.
my goodness.
Look at this mang here, boys.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know they made them that big. I thought I had the grouper
I thought you had him.
of all grouper.
That's a big mangrove snapper there. Not bad for 60 feet of water.
You caught that. I thought that was my fish coming up. I got me a big old Goliath. How did I get him out with that tackle? This place is loaded with these things. That thing is, they get much bigger than that. I don't think I've ever seen one that big.
A little bit, they do.
I tell you what, that is gonna eat good on the grill
He
later.
sure is, man.
Oh.
Get him in that ice.
So I'm done, I'm spent. I feel like I've been in a prize fight and I lost, but it's been a great day offshore. We got grouper, snapper, amberjack. It couldn't have been any better. So Eric has something special in store for us, and this is pretty much a weekend tradition for these guys. We took the fish that we caught, headed over to Buddy's house, and had him on the grill. After dinner, we had a little bonfire. May got a little out of control, but we had a great time. Eric White, aka Tarpon Tamer 88, in the southwest section of the Florida Sportsman Forum, brought me out into the middle of the Gulf and quickly humbled me with this bottom fishing. It was because of his posts on the forum that I chose him to fish with, and I need your reports to continue, because I may fish with you next on Real Time, Florida Sportsman. Hey, you got something else in store for me after this as well?
I sure do. Some more back-breaking.
Get me out of here, dude.